Hey everyone, my name is Steve, and I'm the founder of MoneyJoy, which provides personal financial coaching to individuals struggling with how to handle their money. Today, we're going to take a lesson from a personal financial course I created, and this time it's on paying off debt. The strategy I'll talk about, I first learned from Dave Ramsey, the personal financial guru, and there are a couple aspects to this that I think people sometimes disagree with or object to, and I'll go over those, but I think it is by far the most effective method to paying off debt. Okay, how do we get started? Step one, you're going to list all of your debts, smallest to largest, by dollar amount. List your credit card debt, medical debt, car loan, personal debt. Include the school loan in there as well. And when you create this list, you're going to ignore the interest rates attached to those debts. Let me explain why, because this is one of those aspects that people sometimes don't understand or disagree with. And the reason is because we are trying to create a get out of debt plan that is sustainable, one that you are actually going to stick to in the long run. I believe attacking debt, smallest to largest, by dollar amount creates the most momentum for you to actually continue on this plan. And believe me, when you are starting out on your get out of debt journey, it can be daunting, it can feel a little overwhelming. So you are going to want to get as many early victories in the form of paying off debt as you can achieve. And this is to gain traction, build momentum. This is so that you can feel like this is something that you can actually accomplish. And for me, the problem with the other approach, attacking the debt with the highest interest rate first, is that if that debt you have with the highest rate is a large dollar number, you're going to be chipping away at it for such a long time that I think you may lose momentum or lose motivation. So yes, on paper, the highest interest rate first approach makes more sense mathematically and might feel a little more natural, but I think in the long run, it is less sustainable. Step two, make minimum payments on all of your debt. That's pretty straightforward. Step three, after making those minimum payments, you're going to focus on one debt at a time. You're going to pay off one debt at a time. And this means do not put any extra money beyond that minimum payment towards the other debt. This is so you can knock out that smallest debt quickly, get it out of your life, and move on. And don't worry, I'll show you an example on how to do this practically in the coming slides. Step four, let me warn you in advance, this is one of those controversial ones, so hear me out. And it is this, wait for it. It is to stop contributions to your retirement account. This is simply to turbocharge your debt payoff effort. Now, I hear what you're saying, and I think it is this. You'll miss out on free 401k money. Yes, that is what I'm saying. And the answer is yeah, you will miss out on it a little bit, but two responses to that. The first is that I think it's a small price to pay for the feeling that you get, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of empowerment that you will feel once you are out of debt. I think that is something that you can't quite understand how good that feels until you are in that position. The second one is a little more practical. It's this: by stopping contributions to retirement, that gives you more money to put towards your debt right now. And what that also means, the flip side of that, is once you are out of debt, you'll be out of debt sooner than you were originally anticipating. You'll have more money sooner to put into retirement. Now, let's move on to the example. Um, I took this example actually from somebody that I coached a while back. So this is a real example. And here's what we did. One important detail is that we have $1,500 to put towards debt per month. Step one, you already know. That is list your debts smallest to largest. We've done that here. We have that $200 debt up top, and then we have the $25,000 school loan at the bottom. Step two, which is to make minimum payments on all debts. So as you can see here on the right side, we've done that from our $1,500 that we have put towards, or we have allotted towards debt per month. That takes up $975. And to step 3, which is we're going to take the remainder and we're going to apply it to our smallest debt first. So you can see we've done that in this example. From that 500 and 525 we have a left over, we've taken 150, applied it to Best Buy, and that gets rid of that debt for good. Same thing, the next one, we move down to the medical bill. That's 300. We take, already paid 75, we take 225, pay that off. That one is out of our lives. And you can, as you can see, we're already starting to simplify things. Now, with the remaining 150 that we have left over, we apply it to the parent loan. And this is how it looks at the beginning of the next month. And we're going to go through these same steps all over again. We're just rinse and repeat. We're going to list the loans smallest to largest. We've done that. We're going to make minimum payments on each one. We've done that. That leaves us with $650. With that 650, we're going to put 150 towards the parent loan. That knocks that one out. So in 2 months, we've gone from 6 debts down to 3 already. Then we're going to take the remainder, that's $500, and we're going to apply it to that first credit card. And that brings us to month 3. Same thing that we've done in the previous 2. We're going to list the debts, smallest to largest. We've done that. We're going to make minimum payments. We've done that. That leaves us with, in this example, $750 left over. We're going to take 700 of that and apply it to credit card 1. And as you can see, we will have paid off that credit card. So in 3 months, we've gone from now 6 debts down to 2. I think this is something that is somewhat makes it so much more manageable financially, emotionally. You're building your momentum, you're getting a sense of motivation that this is something that you can actually achieve. This is the last slide in this example, but if we were to carry this out, you can extrapolate here that $1,500 a month towards debt. That means we would pay off that credit card number 2 in 4 to 5 months. That would leave us just with the school loan. That means we would pay that off in under 2 years. And so you look at this situation, you go, okay, maybe it feels overwhelming initially, but in under 2 years, you can be completely out of debt. And I'm not the only one that agrees with this or promotes this approach. This is a research article from a few years ago from the Harvard Business Review. And essentially what it says is that this method of attacking the smallest debt first by dollar amount is the most effective because it creates a sense of motivation. Okay, here are a few things that I would not do when you are on your get out of debt journey. Number 1, I would not consolidate debt. The reason is because I think that this actually can keep you in debt longer because it stretches out the number of months or it stretches out your payment schedule. And I also think it can give you a false sense of achievement where you say, okay, I consolidated my debt. That's good enough. I don't need to do a whole lot more. I would make one exception on this, and that is if you consolidate school loans to get a lower rate or to pay off in a faster schedule. Number 2 is that I would not sign up for debt settlement service. I think this is actually a bit of a scam and maybe a little bit unethical. Essentially, you pay these people to take over paying for your debt, and what you do is you pay a lot of money up front, money that you could have put towards debt, and they actually don't end up paying the people that you owe. They actually withhold paying to get to the point that those people you owe say, fine, we'll take a payoff at a smaller amount than is initially owed. But what it does is that it destroys your credit. And I think it's a little icky. It's a little unethical. Number three, I definitely would not do this. I would not cash out retirement plans simply for the fact that it is exceptionally expensive. You're going to get pennies on the dollar for this. It's going to because of um, the taxes that you're going to pay and the early withdrawal fines or fees that you're going to pay. You're only going to get sorry, 60 cents for every dollar that you cash out. Okay, picking up where I left off, you'll notice the background is a little bit different. I had to attend to my 10-month-old a few hours ago, so I'm just now getting back to this. Ideas for jumpstarting your debt payoff. One, sell something. Find those items, those things in your house that you no longer use, that you never used in the first place. Put it on Craigslist, put it on Facebook Marketplace. This is a great way to generate cash now that you can put straight towards your debt. Number two, sell investments in non-retirement accounts or investments in brokerage accounts. Those are the same thing. If you have such investments, I would encourage you to sell all or some of that and put that money straight towards your debt. Somewhat relatedly, I would also strongly encourage you to cash out a whole life insurance policy. This is not the same thing as a term life insurance policy. Rather, I would encourage you to cash out a whole life insurance policy. I believe these things are scams, but we can get into that in future videos. So for now, just take my word for it that you can cash this out, put that money towards debt. The last thing I have is to get a part-time job or to work overtime. Now, once you're out of debt, here are things that you can do to stay out of debt. And I think that once you're out of debt, there's no reason ever to go back into consumer debt. First thing to do is build that 3 to 6 month safety net. I've already made a video on this. You can go to the YouTube channel page, click on that safety net. Number two, I think you can do something that would introduce emotional pain to purchases, and this is to stop using credit cards, to start paying with cash, and if you can't do that, at least use a debit card. The last thing I would say is to create a sinking fund for big ticket items. So if you have a vacation coming up or you're going to buy a piece of furniture or something like that, I would create a sinking fund, which is just putting money away in advance so that when you buy this item, you buy it with money that you already have instead of using credit to purchase it and going back into debt. Okay, that is it. That is the lesson. If you have any comments, questions, if you need any help with anything, I would love to help you. Please contact me. Let me know what I can do for you. My email is below, hello@moneyjoy.co. There is our website, moneyjoy.co. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel and hope to hear from you.